Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our speaker today. He lives in Texas. He grew up in Colorado. He was in the United States Navy at the height of the Vietnam War. In 1969, he was on the USS Frankie Evans when it sank in 1,100 fathoms of water off the coast of South Vietnam in a tragedy of being the only U.S. warship to leave the United States for Vietnam War and not return. We lost 74 men. This is the second largest single loss of life for the United States Navy during the Vietnam War. Today, his country refuses to honor these men. Today, their names are still not on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., despite proof that the names do belong on the wall. Why? Today, his surviving shipmates and I, along with families and friends, are working hard to reverse that. But the issue is slow moving. Few in Washington seem to care. Next month, he will turn 74. He's going to get on his bicycle in Texas and ride to the Vietnam Wall. He's doing it for them and their families. I hope he meets a lot of new friends along the way, and please stay tuned for updates. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Del Francis.
Thank you, Jim. I've been asked to say a few words. I was a third-class right armman aboard the Evans, as was Greg Sage. Greg was a good friend, and I used to razz him about being from Nebraska. I'm from that Purple Mountain Majesty State just over the border there. About being from Nebraska, the flat lands, no trees, nothing but cows and corn. I guess I hadn't been to this part of Nebraska. The only thing more beautiful than the land around here is the people that inhabit it. The Evans crew has made pilgrimages here for years, and this community has just opened their arms and welcomed us every time. It's just, in fact, not only the Evans crew, but the crew of the Melbourne. The Aussies come through here. The people off the Kearsarge, which was the American carrier with us. It's just wonderful, the reception we've received here. The night of the collision, Greg was on watch in Combat Information Center, which is right behind the bridge, and nobody got out of combat. We don't know why. And Gary was probably in 2nd Division, which is 2 decks below the main deck, and he was a second-class bosun's mate, so he was a senior petty officer in that division, and probably was trying to make sure that everyone had cleared the compartment. And Kelly, of course, wouldn't have left his side. So, you know, he went down a hero, trying to save the others. I have some notes. I'm sorry. Your cemetery is full of the veterans and the heroes that have served before us. But maybe the greatest hero in these grounds is Eunice Sage. We couldn't come to Niobrara to comfort her. When the ship Greg, Gary, and Kelly and I rented a Mustang convertible. It was out to Kelly's delivery port. It was Kelly's party. Anything Kelly wanted to do, that's what we did. So in this tropical paradise, we had dinner and cheese pizza, and went to see one of the Love Bug movies. We had a wonderful time. Kelly was so happy to be with his brothers. It was just, he was in heaven. And of course his brothers excited to have him with us. He was great. I'm sorry, but that's about all I've got. Thank you for welcoming us.